When you look at America's history and present-day struggle for civil rights and racial equity, there is one common theme that you see in each chapter, and that is one of courageous leaders.
The global pandemic and the country's renewed reckoning with racial inequity is demonstrating the essential role that access to legal assistance plays in addressing inequity and helping people to hold on to their homes, their health, their livelihood, and their liberty. The essential role that civil legal aid is playing to help disproportionately impacted people and communities of color at risk of eviction is but one example of the innumerable ways that access to counsel is foundational to advancing racial equity. Thanks to NLADA's long-standing collaboration with the business community through its Corporate Advisory Committee, during all 4 attempts by the Trump administration to close the Legal Services Corporation, hundreds of general counsel courageously lined up in its defense by signing on to an annual letter asking Congress to preserve and expand LSC's budget. The effort was led by John Schultz from Hewlett Packard Enterprise.
I felt it was important to lead the campaign for general counsels in terms of the support of LSC, because one of our great competitive advantages in this country is the rule of law and the confidence that the average American has in our justice system. Now, I have the opportunity to practice around the world and see a lot of different legal systems. And I realize how hard it is for business to do business, and how challenging it is every day for citizens when they have a justice system they don't respect or do not have confidence in. And therefore, it's important as a company in the US, it's important for us as citizens to have that confidence. And therefore, LSC has to be funded, has to be a rigorous part, because if people don't have access to justice, they won't have confidence in the legal system, and that won't work for any of us. So passionate about equal access to justice and the cause it represents, because I believe it is as fundamental as healthcare rights. I believe that every person is entitled to a lawyer when they end up in a court-like proceeding that could impact their rights. We have no hesitation in this country thinking that healthcare rights, medical rights, are a fundamental right. I believe the same is true with respect to access to justice.
We're living in an extraordinary time when businesses have a substantial opportunity to influence social justice policy. I believe that as NLADA's longtime business partner, Service Corporation has the opportunity and indeed the responsibility to model the way that business can impact racial equity and advance social justice.